A couple years ago, I was not confident. I wanted to become a better communicator. I wanted to learn how to speak up for myself, and so I did just that. Building confidence is not something that happens overnight. It takes a lot of reps and practice and patience to get to a point where you really feel like, wow, okay, I can go into any situation, any conversation, and feel like whatever happens, I'm going to be okay. So here are 9 ways to become the most confident communicator. Active listening. You may be thinking, well, what the heck does listening have to do with becoming a confident speaker? Well, everything. The thing is, the more we listen, the more we are going to get out of every conversation. Because not only do we start to actually realize what other people are saying more and more, we can also almost get secrets from people when we become better listeners. Because sometimes the people that just like to sit and ramble get themselves in trouble. And I'm sure we've all known somebody who has done this. In fact, I have many stories about how I've been in networking events or on sales calls, certain conversations with people, and they spill something to me that they maybe shouldn't have. You want to really ensure that you are giving the other person or people your true undivided attention during every conversation. And guess what? People will start to fall in love with you the more you listen, because everybody loves talking about themselves. That's just how we are biologically designed as human beings. We like to talk about our achievements and accomplishments and stories, and when you're the one who's consistently talking, then the other person is not going to feel inclined to want to continue the conversation with you. To become a confident speaker, you want to avoid jargon at all costs. This includes filler words and random things that really don't matter in the conversation. Perfect examples like, and something that I talk about is becoming comfortable with the silence, becoming comfortable with the pause. You know, say you are going to see somebody speak on stage, right? Would you rather hear them have a moment of silence, or would you rather hear, You would probably rather hear the silence, right? And I would argue that would go for any of us. And you're going to sound a lot more articulate when you get rid of those filler words. And here's the thing, it just takes practice. There's no magic wand that you're going to wave around and then suddenly, boom, overnight, you're just this phenomenal communicator. You know, for me, for example, over the past couple years, it's taken speaking up on stage, going on podcasts, talking to myself every single day to get to a place now where I feel like, okay, I've finally made some great progress in my communication abilities. Being able to relate to other people during conversations is going to give you a great sense of confidence. A way to do this would be by storytelling. Storytelling is an excellent way to break the ice. Say you're at a networking event and you're meeting somebody new. Try telling a story and maybe do that going off of a compliment. Say, oh my gosh, I love your shoes. I actually had a pair like that. Obviously, don't lie, but you get the idea. I've done this myself, and then bam, from there, that turns into a relationship, that turns into a client. And it all stems down to being comfortable and confident enough within yourself, going into every conversation knowing like, okay, you know what? Would there be any reason why this person would judge me? I don't think so. And that's a lot of the times why we actually don't introduce ourselves to people during events or even online, is because we have this perceived notion that we feel like they're going to judge us for whatever reason. We feel like maybe we're not measuring up to somebody. And so by putting those thoughts, your own limiting beliefs, leaving them at the door, you are going to feel incredibly confident meeting new people and having incredible and memorable conversations. Nonverbal communication is essential if you want to become an excellent and confident communicator. Why? Well, look at this. If I'm talking to you guys like this, you're probably not going to be too involved with what I have to say, right? Because you're picking up on the fact that I'm not confident and articulate in what I'm saying myself. So of course you're not going to believe anything I say. And the same thing is true in meetings, networking events, when you're having uncomfortable conversations, literally anything. You want to ensure that you are upright, maintaining healthy eye contact, not too much. You don't want to be that weirdo that's like, too much. Look away from time to time, but body posture, eye language, of course, eye contact. When you're meeting somebody, make sure to have a firm handshake. Hi, my name is Brielle, rather than hi, my name is Brielle. All of these things are a huge component of communication. I think it's so crucial too that you guys see, for an example, in that last clip, I said something that was an accident, and I didn't cut it out on purpose because I'm human too. We're all human. And although we can keep bettering and practicing these skills, we're not going to be perfect. So give yourself grace here as well. Coming in at number 7 is feedback. I think one of the biggest things that people tend to dismiss with feedback is giving it to yourself. There is so much value and wisdom that is embedded in feedback. And the reality is the people who don't like feedback are the people who are not willing to learn, and you are doing yourself a huge disservice in life with that. Say you have a speech or a presentation coming up. Practice in front of your loved ones. Practice in front of other people who can give you that healthy feedback. And you're gonna notice that that's going to go extremely far, because you're not only going to feel much more confident about the situation going in, but it's also an excellent learning opportunity. Which brings us to self-awareness. Have self-awareness when you are communicating. Say difficult conversations, for example. These types of conversations are inevitable in life, and I know as humans we don't really want to have them because they're uncomfy, right? But learning how to navigate through those challenges, through those difficult conversations, are going to give us a tremendous amount of confidence that I can't even explain. In sales and relationships and friendships, I have had so many difficult conversations, and I'm glad I had, because of that, because it allowed me to grow and to step outside that bubble of comfort and, maximize my communication abilities and have the conversations that aren't fun, but that truly level up these communication skills, and also ensure that I'm becoming a better speaker along the way. Why I'm so passionate about helping others become the best communicators that they can be is because communication is at the heartbeat of everything we do. Think about it. You're running a business. It's sales. It's your HR team. It's literally everything. You're in a relationship, a marriage. It's communicating with your partner to make sure you're having a healthy relationship, parents with your kids. It's every area of life. And so if you want to have utmost success in all these different areas, start focusing on your communication abilities.